Today I'll be explaining how to solve the U-Perm on the Megaminx. Okay, so how I explained in the intro, I will be teaching you all the 4 algorithms for U-Perm that exist on Megaminx. These are U1 plus, U1 minus, U2 plus, and U2 minus. Now the U2 plus and U2 minus algorithms are actually relatively unknown to newcomers. So for now, I'll hold those off until later in the video. For now, I'll talk about the U1 plus and U1 minus algorithms. These are actually relatively known as they resemble the U-Perm and U-Perm on the directory. Fun fact is that these algorithms can be done on the directory. So we'll begin with the U1 plus algorithm, which will be done from this angle. And the algorithm goes R prime, U prime, R, U prime, R, U, R2 prime, U, R, U prime, R, U prime, R prime, and the U2 AUF at the end. So that's how you solve U1 plus. Now moving on, we'll talk about U1 minus. Now U1 minus is actually not done from the same angle. It will be done from this front angle, which is a Y2 prime rotation. Now from this angle, how you recognize it is if this edge matches this back color. You will also know this algorithm if you already know for look last layer. The algorithm goes R, U, R prime, U, R prime, U prime, R2, U prime, R prime, U, R prime, U, R with a U2 prime AUF. And that's how you solve U1 minus. Now moving forward, we'll be learning about the newcomers, the U2 plus and U2 minus. Right now we'll talk about the U2 plus. You recognize this by seeing if this is a clockwise rotation, meaning this edge will be matching this side. And the algorithm goes R prime, U2 prime, R, U prime, R, U, R2 prime, U, R, U prime, R, U prime, R prime, U2, R prime, U, R, which solves U2 plus. Now moving along, we'll be learning U2 minus, which is the last algorithm within the U prime cases I'll be explaining today. Now the algorithm for this case will be R prime, U prime, R, U2 prime, R, U, R prime, U, R prime, U prime, R2, U prime, R prime, U, R prime, U2, R. You recognize that by making sure this edge matches the right side instead. And that is how you solve all the U-Perm algorithms on the Megaminx. Alright, so now we're moving on to the execution and memorization tips. So for execution, the only advice I have is that when you get to this is the U minus case, since it goes in a counterclockwise format. I would recommend to just look at this edge, make sure it matches this. If it does, it's going to be done from this area. Now, for the execution for U1 plus and U1 minus, if you know the pi case on the 3x3, it's very similar to that algorithm as the algorithm goes. The only difference is that when you execute this algorithm, you do R prime, U2, and then kind of just the rest. With this algorithm, you kind of do the opposite, where you do R, U, R prime, U. And then from there, it's kind of just like the pi case. It has a bit of similarities with it, so that's the only advice I have for that case. Now, with the U1 plus and U1 minus algorithms, the only advice I have is to look within this right edge, making sure it matches with this right, this left side. If it does, it means it's going in a clockwise manner, and that means it's U2 plus. In that case, when you do R prime, U2 prime, remember that it is because it's going in a clockwise manner. So R prime, U2 prime, R. Now you move this one up front so that these two are on the same adjacent side. From here, you do R prime, R2 prime, and then move it over, up, and in, then just finish it off with these last two moves. Now U2 minus, you'll be looking at this right as well, this right edge. If it doesn't match, it means it's going in a counterclockwise way, which in that case, when you do the algorithm, it'll be R prime U instead of R U2. Then you do R U2 prime instead of U prime. And then from here, you just make sure they're on the adjacent side. That instead of doing R2 prime here, you're just going to do an R. Make sure this whole shape here is still full. Move it over by one. Down, it will still be preserved. Over, insert it, move it over, R prime, U2, R. And that will solve the U2 minus. So I hope this video helped out with learning U-Perm on the Megaminx. If it did, please consider subscribing and liking this video. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Today I'll be explaining how to solve the U-Perm. My timer turned off. Now, to memorize the algorithm, if you know the pi case, wait, that was a soon thing. They do look really similar to the 3x3 U-Perm algorithms. That being, what the frick?
Nikolai!